This commenter brings up a really interesting point of confusion. They argue that the Catholic confession is esoteric because what happens inside it is secret, but actually Catholic confession falls into the exoteric category. But I want to explain why, because this is one of the most confusing examples. While the confession itself is secret, to the point that, at least in the United States, even a court of law cannot make the priest tell you what was said in confession, the ritual itself is not secret. Many churches even publish a step-by-step guide to the ritual on their website. Sign of the cross and greeting the priest by saying, "Bless me, Father, for I have sinned," and explaining the amount of time since the last confession. The confession of the sins, often with priestly guidance, saying that these are the sins that one remembers and apologizes. The priest assigns a penance, which could be prayer, offering, service, sacrifice, etc. The penitent prays an act of contrition. The priest absolves the penitent. The sign of the cross is made and saying of Amen. The priest says words of praise and then gives a blessing. The penitent leaves and then performs their penance. The only part of this that is secret is what the penitent says to the priest and what the priest says to the penitent if the penitent chooses to keep that secret. The penitent can choose to tell anyone what they confessed and what they were assigned. They usually choose not to because, well, confessing one's sins is a very personal thing. So the ritual is not secret. It is closed, but it is not secret. It is not esoteric. When we talk about it being esoteric, we mean the ritual itself is secret and you cannot know about it. What happens during tantric initiations is secret unless you are an initiate. What happens at an LDS temple wedding blessing is secret unless you have already been through the LDS temple wedding blessing. And people who share what these are violating oaths that they have taken to be a member of that group. On the other hand, explaining what happens during confession breaks no oaths. Likewise, the penitent is not bound by the confessional. They can share every single detail of the confession and they are not violating any oath. There is no violation of the agreement of being Catholic by explaining what happens during a confession. So that's the difference between esoteric and exoteric in this situation. I hope that clears it up for you. And thank you for bringing up a really fantastic point.